morning. You may be seated. I'm going to call this case. This is the case of Terry Jackson versus Ronald Jackson, case number 2020-DR042345. Before we begin, it appears that both of you are here today without an attorney. Have you chosen to represent yourself in this divorce, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
I have Mr. Jackson's financial declaration, but I don't have one for you, Miss Jackson. Do you have one with you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, if you'll hand that to my bailiff, and she will get it to me. Thank you. All right, if you both will stand up, I'm going to swear you both in at this time. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Sir?
I do.
Ma'am?
I do.
All right, you may have a seat. All right, at this point, Mr. Jackson, I'm going to ask you a few questions about proceeding without an attorney. In a few minutes, I'll ask you the same questions, ma'am. Sir, you're here today without an attorney, is that correct?
That's correct.
And do you understand that you have the right to have an attorney present?
I do.
And are you choosing to go forward without an attorney today?
Yes, I am.
All right, thank you, sir. You may have a seat, ma'am. I'm going to ask you the same questions. You're here today without an attorney, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you understand that you have the right to have an attorney present?
Yes, I do.
And are you waiving that right and wanting to go forward today without an attorney?
Yes, I am.
All right, thank you, ma'am. All right, at this time, I'm going to ask you both the same question again. Mr. Jackson, is there anything that this court can do to help you and your wife reconcile your marriage?
No, there is not, Your Honor.
Ma'am, is there anything this court can do to help you and your husband reconcile your marriage?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, ma'am. All right, at this point, sir, I'm going to allow you to proceed if you're ready. Are you ready to proceed?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
All right. You've already been sworn in, so you can go ahead with your testimony from the desk.
Okay, good morning, Your Honor. My name is Terry Jackson, and I'm here today to get my divorce, and I will be my first witness.
Okay, go ahead.
So my name is Terry Jackson, and I currently live at 125 in Sycamore Lane in Aiken, South Carolina, and then that's also in Aiken County. My wife Rhonda and I live in Aiken, and we were married here in Aiken and have spent our whole marriage here, and we're pretty proud of that. Today we've just come in, we're asking for a divorce based on our 1-year continuous separation. Rhonda and I didn't just make this up so that you would grant us a separation today. We really truly have been separated and not living together since that time. We have no minor children. We have no property, real or personal, and we are not expecting any minor children. We have no debts that need to be handled or divided by this court, and I do waive my right to alimony, and I understand that I cannot come back to the court later and ask for any alimony. That is all of my testimony, and I can answer any questions that the court may have for me at this time.
All right, thank you, Mr. Jackson. Do you believe that you have enough knowledge about your wife's finances that you're comfortable waiving the alimony?
Yes, ma'am. I am familiar with them, and I'm comfortable with waiving the alimony.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Jackson, do you have any questions for Mr. Jackson?
No, I do not, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Mr. Jackson, you may call your witness.
Okay, Your Honor, my first witness will be Mr. Fred Robinson.
All right. Mr. Robinson, if you can come on up here. If you'll raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, sir?
I do.
Thank you, sir. You may have a seat and state your full name for the record.
Fred Robinson.
You may proceed, sir.
Okay, Fred. What is your address?
It's 115 Maple Drive, Aiken, South Carolina.
Great. And how do you know me?
We went to high school together. We've been friends since high school.
Okay, and how often do you and I see one another?
Once every week or two.
And how often do we talk?
About the same, once every week or two.
Okay. And are you familiar with my wife, Rhonda?
I am, yes.
Okay. And how often do you and Rhonda talk?
We see each other at church every so often. Every time we see each other, we definitely speak.
Okay. And do you remember approximately when Rhonda and I separated?
Yeah, it was May of 2020. I remember because my niece was graduating about the same time.
Okay. And you said May of 2020, so that would have been about 1 year separation since Rhonda and I moved out.
That's correct.
Okay. And how do you know that we've been apart all of this time?
I come around your house pretty often, and I've noticed that she's definitely not around, and I can tell that you're living alone.
Okay. And if Rhonda and I had gotten back together since then, would you have been aware of that?
I would have been, since I speak to y'all on a regular basis, and also have not noticed. I've noticed that you're continuing to live alone.
Okay. Judge, those are all the questions that I have at this time. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Ms. Jackson, do you have any questions for this witness?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Mr. Jackson, is that the end of your case?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Robinson, you may go back to your seat. Thank you very much. Ms. Jackson, I'm going to turn to you at this time. You're still under oath. Is there any testimony you would like to present to the court today?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to ask you a few questions. Do you agree that you have been separated from your husband for more than 1 year?
Yes, I do.
And you have not gotten back together with him during that time?
No, we have not gotten back together during that time.
All right, and there's no minor children?
No, Your Honor.
You're not expecting a child at this point, right?
No, Your Honor, I am not.
All right, and do you agree that there's no property or debts that need to be divided?
Yes, I do.
And do you believe that you have sufficient knowledge of your husband's finances in this action?
Yes, I do, Your
All
Honor.
right, and are you waiving your right to receive alimony from Mr. Jackson?
Yes, I am.
And do you understand that you cannot come back to this court at a later date to seek alimony?
Yes, I do.
Are you requesting a name change?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
All right, and what name are you requesting?
I would like my name to be Rhonda Elizabeth Smith.
All right. Are you under a court order to pay child support or alimony?
No, I'm not, Your Honor.
Have you ever been convicted of a crime under your present name?
No, I have not.
Are you asking for the name change to avoid creditors?
No, I am not.
Are you requesting the name change to avoid criminal prosecution or evade outstanding arrest warrants?
No, I'm not.
Are you listed on any sex offender registry?
No, I'm not.
And are you on any registry as a person who has committed abuse, neglect, or harm to any child?
No, I'm not.
And have you ever been denied a passport?
No, I've not.
Have you ever filed for bankruptcy?
No, I've not.
And are you on any type of terrorist watch list or no-fly list to your knowledge?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. If there's no more testimony, sir, did you have any questions for her?
No, ma'am, no questions.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and make my ruling if there's no more testimony. I find that this court has personal jurisdiction over the parties and subject matter jurisdiction. I also find that venue is proper here in Aiken County. I find that the plaintiff and defendant were married in Aiken County on April 1st, 2016. They have no minor children and none are expected. There is no marital property to be divided by the court, and there's no marital debts that need to be divided by the court. Both parties are waiving their right to alimony, so both parties will be barred from receiving alimony from the other. Parties last lived together here in Aiken County, and they've been separated for more than 1 year without cohabitation. And although this court has tried, I do believe that reconciliation is not possible. I'm going to go ahead and grant the defendant's request for a name change. Her name will be changed from Rhonda Elizabeth Jackson to Rhonda Elizabeth Smith. And I'm also going to grant the divorce based on the 1 year continuous separation without cohabitation. Mr. Jackson, I'm going to turn to you now. Did you prepare a divorce decree?
Yes, Your Honor, I did, and I have it here with me.
And do you have the DHEC form also?
Yes, Your Honor, it's attached.
All right, if you'll hand it to the bailiff, and she will bring it to me. Thank you. At this time, I have signed the divorce decree. We will send it down for filing. Make sure that both of you know you're not officially divorced until it is filed with the clerk of court. So at this point, this is going to conclude your case. I wish you both the best of luck, okay? Thank you. And the bailiff will see you out.